Hello, my friends, and welcome to the show. This episode of the Greenlight Weekend podcast is sponsored by Dead Room Comedy. Dead Room Comedy is a production company and comedy group based in Denver, Colorado. Check out their website, deadroomcomedy.com, where you can subscribe to weekly one-liners, get an email every Monday with original jokes to laugh through the workday. Also, check them out at Dead Room Comedy on Instagram and Facebook, where you can find sketches, stand-up clips, and find out when live shows will resume. I love Dead Room Comedy. As I've said many times, Elliot Weber, Jacob Jonas, Josh Emerson, Jeff Stonick, they're fucking awesome. And the weekly one-liners that you can subscribe to, when they have comedians submit these one-liners, and when they like them, they actually pay the comic for the joke. So I stand behind them, and they obviously stand behind us. They support the podcast, we support them, and I can't wait till we can actually do comedy together. This episode, I just want to preface this episode by saying we recorded it about a week ago, and the world has changed since then. We did not discuss this. There's obviously some crazy shit going on in the world. I think it's probably good. The people are standing up for themselves, and it's getting fucking crazy. We did not discuss that. We recorded this before all the protests, before the riots started, before crazy shit happened. If you want a more nuanced explanation of it, check out this week's Whiskey Reel podcast. Our friends, it's a Durango-based podcast, and they dive pretty deep into this, and they're far more educated, and yeah, they gave me a real good perspective on it. I just listened to it this morning, so check out the Whiskey Reel. Good friends of the podcast. And this episode is with Dave Oakley. We actually had a very lovely Saturday. We podcasted, our significant others cooked pot roast. We came back after we ate pot roast. Yeah, we just had a nice little Saturday here. We talked a lot of shit, had a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as we did. Before the episode, I would also like to give a shout out to Hip Hop Trip on SoundCloud at Hip Hop Trip. The links are in the description. If you have any trouble finding Ethan Esparza, just look at the description of any episode and the links are right there. Shout out to Comic Uprising. We did successfully pull off a show in a park. Probably 20 people, 30 people, but it just felt good to tell jokes again. Me and Dave are soon going to Phoenix to go tell some more jokes because they are open. Well, I guess we'll see if the world is burned down by then. I don't know. It's crazy times, folks. Plans are uncertain, and it's starting to appear that they are not that important when you look at the big picture. So, yeah, go listen to the Whiskey Reel if you want a better nuanced perspective on that. And, fuck, man. I hope you guys enjoy this episode with David Oakley, Quarantine 18, baby.
Alright, singing life's a bitch. What the fuck is this? Meth about a man. Hate an alligator, I'm a hippopotamus. Stomping your shit into the lowest sediment. Cause you didn't make sense when you're moving them lips. Homie, get a new head when you need a new lid. People are thinking that's an opportunity to win. Taking it to another level with a little bass and treble. Knocking it out the park, I'm swinging from the fence. It's a trip.
It's like your little confidence get the show started thing.
I think I do that every time. Yeah, I just realized it.
You haven't done it for the last couple, I know, because I was deleting a bunch of shit off the computer, and you did that in like 6 in a row.
Did I?
Yeah, for intros and after piss breaks.
It's just the ding. It's just when I hear the doo 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 doo.
Yeah, you just want to catch the rhythm. I feel you.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I've been on a real Elton John kick lately.
Okay.
Dude, Elliot might have called it.
I think, yeah.
This is a year in.
Yep.
In another year, who knows where I'm going to be.
Dude, yeah, blasting Elton John all day, drinking Bud Lights. Fucking, yeah, you have a fag already.
You're telling me.
Yeah.
I know a dick when I taste one. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things that... There's signs.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I mean, yeah.
As Seinfeld would say.
Yeah. Dude, I was watching the one with Elliot, and I saw the thing in the middle of his hand, and I was like, what, did somebody try to nail you to a cross for being gay?
That was hilarious, dude. I saw that yesterday.
It's so funny.
I know.
And he was like, no, I just woke up with it. I'm pretty sure I am Jesus.
Yeah, that was a great segment right there.
That shit made me laugh so hard.
Yeah.
Because I totally forgot about it.
Yeah.
You know?
I forget about it all until I see it or listen to it.
Yeah, and I rarely watch the whole thing anymore. I used to, because I used to say a lot of dumb shit, and people would get mad at me, and I'd be like, what did I say?
Yeah.
So I used to listen to it the next day just to, like, I mean, I'm in my fucking truck all day
Yeah,
anyway.
Nobody I know listens, so
Yeah. I mean,
so I don't
just
get
wait.
that.
Just
All right.
Just you
I mean,
wait. That's what I said
Well,
too.
it's a good thing I fucking had my mishaps before they started listening.
No, they'll go back. That's the interesting thing about these
Well,
people.
they're gonna hear some shit.
Yeah. I had people bitching about me from shit I said on episode 1, like 60 in, and I was like,
What?
I was a different person, and I
Yeah.
didn't know how to talk into a microphone.
Bitch, that was over a year ago, dude.
The first one we ever did, me and Phil talked so much shit we never released it because it was,
The very first one?
dude, we threw everybody under the bus. We talked about everybody, and we went back through it, and I was like, dude, we cannot put, like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not even about us. It's
Yeah.
about people we knew or know,
Yeah.
or, we can't just put all
It's
their
like,
fucking dirty laundry out
Nobody
there.
wants to listen to two guys gossip.
I feel like a lot
Or
of
maybe-
people do.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah.
I guess so. Maybe some people do, but still.
Well, look at what makes money, in entertainment. It's mostly just dog shit.
Yeah.
Just gossip
He
and
said, she said.
bullshit.
Yeah.
And the news is fucking nonsense.
Yeah. Man, I feel like I heard some funny news recently, but I'll have to come back to that.
Joe Rogan became wealthy.
That's cool news, man.
That
Like,
is cool news.
That dude. If anybody deserves it for their podcasting, dude, it's that dude. He
It's
puts
the
in work.
Biggest entertainment platform in the world.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
he's got the most views. Like, he's the biggest at it. He's the biggest at the biggest platform in the world.
Yeah,
like,
and
it's
he's
amazing.
And super disciplined.
Dude, he made 30 mil just last year
I
on
think
his
he makes
own.
like 75 grand a podcast or something.
Yeah, I think that's the number I heard too.
Just sponsors.
But like, I just wonder how much of this.
5 minutes
If
of
it
his day.
says, so let me ask you this, dude. If it says Joe Rogan and Spotify signed deal worth more than 100 million, how much does Joe Rogan get?
A lot.
Because it's got to be like divvied up amongst. I mean, that's not all
Amongst
going to
who?
him. Well, I mean, at first I was gonna. I
Young
don't know.
Jamie.
Well, no, I did wonder about him.
I bet
too.
he's getting enough fat bonus.
I wonder if he's a millionaire
Young
now.
Jamie's getting a
Okay.
new Bronco.
Like the people that facilitated the deal. You
Uh-huh.
know what I mean? Like there's got to be
Lawyers? Yeah.
lawyers, agents, managers, but still, I mean,
I would say
I'm just curious as to what he's pulling in off this.
Well, you listened to the Brilliant Idiots I did, and their speculation was, so with a deal of this magnitude, you'd have to look at like the last 3 years or something. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, and Andrew Schultz's point was they'd probably have to double it to like make it exclusive. You know what I mean? So that speculation's like around 180 mil.
yeah.
So that's just
but
fucking
isn't it
crazy.
gonna be exclusive for Spotify? Like they're,
Yeah, starting
they're gonna,
January.
Yeah, they're ripping it off YouTube. No more watching.
They
that
get to
shit.
keep their Clips channel on YouTube, which is cool.
That is cool, dude. That's a fucking fair ass
Well,
deal right
and
there.
YouTube gets the traffic that Joe Rogan creates from the clips because there's a lot of people that don't have time to listen to a 3-hour
No,
podcast,
no
so they
doubt.
just get the clips.
All those clips have multiple millions of views.
Right. So the clips are going to stay on there, and if people are interested, that's just going to drive business to Spotify. So Spotify. Yeah, Spotify. So it's a win-win-win. Other than YouTube started fucking clamping down on podcasts. They're
What do you mean?
demonetizing podcasts for cursing in the first 5 minutes, like saying fuck in the first 5 minutes.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
It's a good thing we don't make any money.
Yeah.
I'm not ever gonna change that about I'm not, dude.
I've never once done a clean
that
intro.
sucks, dude. Yeah, like that's kind of horseshit.
And then I put trip as the music. There's always curse words with that.
Yeah,
Like,
that's straight
but
up censorship.
It really is,
dude.
but it's their platform, and they have a monopoly. But now that Joe Rogan's made this move, Spotify can mix up the market a little bit.
And they're probably like, "Fuck, Joe Rogan wouldn't have made this move if we weren't being like micromanaging little bitches."
Yeah, and he never mentioned it specifically on his podcast, but the fighter and the
wouldn't.
kid have a bunch of times. Yeah, he's a consummate professional.
Exactly.
He would never mention
wouldn't.
that.
What did the
He'd
fighter
be
and
like,
the
"How
kid
about you
say?"
go fuck yourself?"
I didn't listen to their
they're-
take on it.
They're yeah, and the King and the Sting, like in the first 5 minutes, they're not really dropping fucks, and they're consciously doing that. They warm up without the curse words. I kind of need the curse words to warm up.
I just don't think about it like that. Like I can curse and not even know I just cursed.
It's just part of me. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't always, but
Right.
like sometimes I will like three times in 30 seconds, and I won't even think twice about it. It's just my dialogue. It's how I speak, dude. Like,
Look at your balloon joke. You know.
we don't need to go there. But what did you watch or listen to the Fighter and the Kid talk about the Joe Rogan deal? Because I wanted to hear their, because it's Brian Callen and Brendan Schaub, and they're always hanging out with Joe. I want to know what their perspective is.
They mentioned it very briefly, and just like he's wealthy, and basically saying the numbers that they're putting out are way less.
Oh,
because I bet he told them straight up. He was just like, "Yo, they gave me X amount of dollars."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, I'm guarantee he was like, "You guys aren't far behind," you know, on the spectrum of.
That's what I'm saying. Joe
big
Rogan's
podcasts.
just like the first person to go to exclusively Spotify. I mean, other big podcasts should be fucking paying attention to what he did because
They are.
I know they are.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like they can.
But
I mean,
think
they're not
about
going to
it. If
make
you were
Joe
gonna
Rogan
approach, if you were going to launch this whole video platform and really try to get into the realm of podcasting, like, who you going after first? Who's the big dog? Who's
Right.
the big fish? Who's the biggest guy in the yard?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's going to get everybody's attention in the world? Like,
Right.
everybody with a fucking podcast app is
Yeah.
now pushing download on that Spotify button.
That's right. Yep. It's fucking crazy. So, all right, starting January, YouTube's gonna lose all the full podcast catalog. But is that when you can start the whole back catalog on Spotify?
I think September is when Spotify acquires everything.
This
and
September.
then January is when everything goes all the way through.
Oh, okay. So
I know
there's-
way too much about this, but
No,
everybody's talking
it's
about it.
interesting, dude. It's really fucking interesting, dude. What he did is, I mean, he's a pioneer,
Well,
dude.
and technically we're not on Spotify. We might be by the time this comes out.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. So okay, so there's gonna be an overlap, like a few months where it's still available on YouTube, but then it's also
till January.
on Spotify. Got you. So three months.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Pretty much.
Oh man.
It's,
I enjoy watching Joe Rogan's podcast. Like, you know,
Well,
me,
if anybody
I'm a
loses-
visual. I like watching, but like with his podcast and with like Tuesdays with Stories, I don't really mind so much like just listening to it. If I like to know what the guest looks
I
like.
never watch Joe Rogan. I don't have 3 hours. Like,
Yeah.
you know? And now that
I
they
usually break them up though.
yeah, they're so gigantic, or Joe's so gigantic now that they fucking, you know, everybody clamps down on him for copyright stuff and all that jazz. So there's never, if you're watching the video, you never get to see what they're
You
saying.
used to.
Exactly.
And maybe that's
so
why-
then it was worth it,
Yeah,
but
maybe-
now to me, I just listen.
Yeah, maybe that's when and why I was watching podcasts always, because they used to be able to show a lot
That's
more.
what I watch. That's
And
why I watch
I
what
loved
I watch.
it when they pulled shit up on the TV,
Right.
or played a clip of the music.
Well, you want
I
want to get the reaction that they're getting. You want to see why they're giving
why
you
they're
that
going,
reaction.
Oh, yeah,
It completes the joke.
yeah.
It really does. It's like the fucking setup for the punchline.
So yeah, that's probably why I always have been the video podcast guy. But like, I mean, yeah, there's certain ones where when it's just conversation and there's no visual medium necessary, like I'll listen and I'll go on a fucking hike. You
And
know?
I, like, when I'm working around the house like today, I was just wearing headphones all day because I was just getting
That's
shit
right,
done.
yeah.
So I will definitely take priority. Like, if I have something I don't want to do, but there's a new Two Bears, One Cave, like, guess who's listening to it?
Uh-huh.
Like, I might watch it later. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm getting drunk today.
Yeah.
You know?
You like that? You like? I didn't watch
It's
it.
one of my favorites.
Really? Maybe I'll give it another shot. I don't know.
Like, it's the
Both
one
those
I
guys
get
kinda-
excited. Like,
Uh-huh.
Joe Rogan just had Tony Hawk, and that was one I was like,
I'm in-
holy shit.
I'm in the middle of
yeah,
it.
I was pumped.
Have you listened to it yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like 30, 45 minutes in, I say.
Yeah, I
30
work in the
minutes.
middle of nowhere. I
Yeah,
turned it on, and
dude.
before half my day was
That
over, it
one's-
was over.
That
Yeah.
one was like, when I saw Tony Hawk, I immediately went and started like
Yeah,
putting
you
it
get
on.
excited,
Yep, and just the same way with Elon Musk. When I see Elon Musk on there, I go watch it right away, dude.
For sure.
And definitely with Elon Musk, I watch after the fucking blunt incident. That's so funny. He's
But
not gonna make the same.
he's
mistake.
richer now.
I know.
They dropped, but
He's
they
not
came
gonna-
back more.
Oh, I know. He's not gonna do that again. Like the first time when you actually got to see him hitting
Well,
the blunt,
and
it
also,
was pretty
During
epic.
these times, he would have to light his own blunt. He can't share.
Oh, true. I didn't think about that.
Even the fight companions, they're not sharing.
But Tony Hawk got me stoked. I mean, like,
It was-
all
yeah.
everybody
Pro
our
Skater
age.
1 and 2's coming out.
I know.
Dude,
I can't
I'm buying that shit
immediately. I mean, right the first day it comes
It's the
out.
best game I ever played, I think.
Dude, I wonder if it's gonna have the same soundtrack. I kind of hope so, dude.
That's got to be part
It's
of it.
got to be.
Yeah, they're re-releasing the games, but in modern technology. With modern technology.
Goldfinger, Superman.
Dude,
man, that soundtrack was
I used
sick.
to learn about music through video games.
I think
Like
I
dirt
did
bike
too.
games,
I didn't realize
four-wheeler games.
Yeah. I didn't realize it at the time, but I think I was too, because, I mean, I was 12, 13 years old. Something caught my ear, and then next thing I know, I'm going to a ska show live. You know, like,
For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Especially if you're spending a lot of time playing video games.
And I did.
And
I've never played a game more than Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
I don't think I have either.
I swear to God, like, FIFA would be close behind, but nothing like Tony Hawk's. I mean, like, I played, what was it,
I might have
7?
to get a bag of cocaine then. I mean,
That sounds like fun, dude.
dude,
It also sounds like fun just to get stoned and drink beer.
yeah, I rarely play video games, and I don't do cocaine a lot, but they usually intersect.
Do they? I've never
Because
done
I'm
cocaine
up
and played
and I'm
games.
bored.
I've
And
never.
UFC is the perfect video game for cocaine.
Oh yeah.
Dude, you're just fucking people up. It's like 3 minutes at a time. Get a
Dude.
knockout, head kick somebody. It's awesome.
I just realized, and this is gonna sound like bullshit. It's completely true. I've never done cocaine and played video games because I haven't owned a console since I was a little kid up until recently, about the last year and a half. And I have had FIFA, but never once when I was doing, any drugs.
Because you're doing stuff.
Not always, dude.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person I'll fucking do like a couple
Watch
lines
10
of
Kill
blow.
Tonys.
No, because I've seen those, but I'll watch podcasts I haven't seen. Or actually,
I just get bored.
That's kind of not true because the last 2 times I did blow, and this is, never mind.
Alleged.
The last 2 times I did it, I watched Mark Norman's new special again. Like, I've watched that shit 4 times. I've
watched it at
Love
least
it.
2 or 3 times. I've watched Ball Hog like 3 or 4
and
times
I've watched
now.
Sam Morril again just
Me
last
too.
week.
I did too.
I've watched Sam Morril 3 times. I've watched Mark Norman's 4.
Yeah, me and Elliot watched Nate Bargatze's again.
Oh, I need to watch The Tennessee Kid.
Yeah.
I want to watch that
it's
again.
It's really good.
Yeah, I
And
know. He's a fucking wordsmith, dude. And
it's really
he
good.
doesn't sound like he would be.
That's why.
And that's
yeah.
why he's so genius at it. Yeah.
I didn't know horses slept laying down. Excuse me, ma'am. I think your horse is dead. Yeah, that shit's so funny.
Yeah, it is. He's great, bro. I've liked that guy for 4 or 5 years now.
And that joke's so funny to me because when I was a kid, I would drive, in my parents' cars, drive by pastures, and there's one horse laying down. I'm like, is that fucking horse dead?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So many times.
I didn't know. That,
Well, you saw your first sheep in February,
fair
so
enough. Yeah, not big on the res animals.
horses are a big res animal.
Yeah, Roseanne.
Yeah,
They're big.
The
Never mind.
Cherokees, I believe, big fans of the horse.
Oh, I'm sure. And that's actually, I went to Cherokee County Jail in Georgia.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's fun.
For 30 days.
30
Yeah,
days.
Yeah, that because the Cherokees are from close to where I'm from.
So did you get sentenced to 30 days right
No,
off the bat?
I didn't get sentenced. Dude, it's even worse. I got fucking.
So you just got arrested
I got
and you had no
arrested.
idea?
I had no idea for 30 days.
Me too.
And then I
Sucks.
had a court-appointed attorney, dude. So I'm like, I'm fucking fucked. Like, this guy's not gonna do anything. But I just explained to him my side of the story, what happened, and then I got arrested on March 16th, my brother's birthday, I think, or March something like that. And I was in jail exactly 30 days. And the day I got out was the day after my tax returns had got to my parents' house. So I told my parents to use that money and
Bail my ass out.
Bail me out because I don't know how long I'm going to be here. 2 weeks later, I fucking wake up after taking Xanax the night before. I punch my wall because I'm like, you fucking idiot. You got to go to pretrial for the first
So
time
you're going to get a drug test.
today. Yeah.
Today.
And I show up there and I try to sign in. I'm just pissed because I know I just fucked myself. For some reason I did Xanax the night before. And they're like, David Oakley, oh, your case has been dismissed. Yeah, dude.
Winner.
I know, dude.
What was that case for?
It was for possession of cocaine, possession of marijuana, and possession of marijuana paraphernalia.
Okay,
They-
pipe, bag of weed, and a little coke.
It wasn't even a little coke. It was an empty baggie.
Oh, fucking cunts.
What happened was they swarmed my house as I was selling weed at the time, and I was just being blatant as fuck, dude. Like,
Put up a
I was
sign in
being
the front yard.
Mine as well.
Drive through.
It would have taken them the same amount of time to come arrest me if I put up a sign, dude. I guarantee you. It was just so. I was 19, dude. It was so dumb. And I told myself, like, dude, you're not doing this really smart. But then I was just so whacked out on drugs at the same time.
Not marijuana.
No, drugs. Like,
Okay.
yeah. No,
you gotta
I
put
don't.
that out there.
Anytime I say drugs, marijuana is not included because I don't consider marijuana a drug. That's my point of
record.
view. I don't care if you differ. It's fine.
I consider caffeine a drug, so.
I consider caffeine a drug too, but marijuana is. I guess is caffeine natural? I don't know. All I know is marijuana.
I think it naturally lies in coffee beans.
Oh, that's true.
I don't think they grind the coffee beans and then pour caffeine on it.
The way I always justified my decision to not call it marijuana, because I've been.
It's a plant.
It's that it's not synthesized. So I guess that's true. Caffeine is considered a drug. Caffeine is a drug.
We've had this conversation many times, and I'm always trying to lean you into just being like, just because the word drug, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I know. But that's because
I don't like it for marijuana because I love marijuana, and I don't love drugs anymore. Yeah. Well, actually, I guess I do.
Alcohol. Yep.
I mean, I guess cocaine,
Check.
heroin,
Nicotine.
I don't know, like everything I do. I'm just kidding. But anyway,
At
so
least
what
he's not on heroin, folks.
Oh my god. No, but fucking yeah. I was having
drugs.
a big party one night. Like again, like
selling
stupid
drugs.
as shit.
Yeah.
Selling drugs.
Doors open.
I had got a quarter pound that morning and I had just sold out of it.
Like tonight's gonna be a great night.
Well, I just sold out of it and I had like a gram left on my counter. I had a empty bag of Coke that I had just left on my counter, and I had 3 big bongs. And the cops came, and my roommate answered, and they told my roommate, they said, "Hey, we saw somebody drinking." Oh no! He knocked on the door. By the way, for a noise complaint is what he said. 6 cop cars in the parking lot behind him for a noise complaint.
There's just an excuse
You're
to get in the door.
full of shit, man. Yeah, and then when my roommate answered the door, he was like, "Oh, I see a beer can. I can walk in." That was his excuse for entry.
How old were you?
I was 19.
Okay.
And I was underage.
Was it everybody?
There's probably. I don't remember anybody
so
being
you saw
underage.
a bunch of kids.
And it's even. Oh man, I didn't realize. But there's a really interesting twist in this story too. So anyway, he fucking and I had another twist is that I had just sold one of my roommates a quarter ounce of Coke that night, and so he had the guy I had sold the Coke to allegedly had my scale that I had given him so he could divvy it up. So the cops knock on the door. My roommate answers, and the cops tell him, "I see a beer can. We're coming in." And they just barge into my apartment and start like IDing
Flipping
people and
couches and
arresting
shit, yeah.
people. No, they didn't flip any couches.
Just MIPs.
But I was so fucked up. I was on Coke. I was on Xanax. I had been smoking, and I sold all my weed. I had money, and I was like, dude, yeah, you guys. Like they had
this
already
makes sense.
I know they had already come in, and
like the end of Blow where he's like,
they were like,
cuff me.
Yeah, well, I was just so confident that they weren't gonna find anything that I was like, yeah, come on up, and I took them up to my room. Well, they were gonna search anyway, so I was just trying to make it easier. You know, sometimes if you're nice, they
Time
just
served, baby.
Fuck you,
yeah,
fuck off. But I took him up, and as soon as I walked into my bedroom, I see this empty bag of Coke on my night table, and I go over. I'm like, "See, there's nothing here." And they're
they
like,
saw that?
"Oh, they totally saw." I was fucked up out of my mind, dude. Like I thought I was being
You're
slick.
like a magician.
They're like, "Give that to me." Yeah, I just like it was just really obvious.
So I wonder if they found it. So when I got arrested, they searched my Jeep. They found empty. Like an empty bag of weed, and one cop was like, "I got evidence," and then the other cop was like, "Dude, that's fucking trash." Like there was a couple crumbs in the bottom, maybe, but I did not have.
Well, they thought it was meth, too.
That's possible.
No, they told me.
Yeah.
They told me they actually wrote
at your
it.
house, yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But no, go ahead.
Just Yeah, like, because I think what you're saying is right. Like, maybe, like, one of the cops would have been like, that's fucking nothing. Let's just throw it away. Except for it was in meth county, and they thought it was an empty bag of meth, and they thought they were going to bust me with that, which is the same penalty where I was as cocaine.
Cocaine's a Schedule 2 drug.
I thought it was Schedule 1.
No, because it's used for medicinal purposes, for lidocaine and whatnot.
Well, I was charged with a felony.
Yeah.
I was charged with a felony and 2 misdemeanors. But, so, they fucking sit me down. They're like, dude, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't know, man. Let's get this over with. So they even brought a fucking paddy wagon. They arrested 6 of us out of that house that night. And one of which is dead now. Rest in peace, homie. JC.
JC.
But another one, dude, he was AWOL from the army. He fucking.
And he's at a 19-year-old's house party?
Oh, no, he was my age.
Oh.
He was my age, and he did more drugs than, like, anybody. Like, he was the guy on the couch. We called him the guy on the couch.
Probably because of the army.
He would line up lines, like, this long of fucking ecstasy and just do them and be like, here, you go ahead. You do one. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do all that. Like, it was crazy, dude. Yeah. But anyway, so get this. This is fucking nuts, man. So this dude's AWOL from the army. He goes to base at Fort, whatever it's called, camp. What is it called?
Fort
Boot
camp.
Boot camp. Boot camp in Mississippi.
Everybody knows Fort Camp.
Fort Camp, Mississippi. No, he goes to fucking boot camp in Mississippi, is all enrolled, gets a few weeks in, says, I can't fucking do this. Left on foot and walked all the way back to Georgia, dude. He was crazy, dude.
He fought raccoons and shit.
I'm telling you. He was nuts, bro. I mean, I'm sure he caught a car every now and then, but, like, he walked for the most part.
How many times do you think a possum challenged him for territory?
I don't know, but he probably would have won. He was crazy. And so, like, the cop that's, like, taking us all out, he was like, Ayers, AWOL from the army, huh? Well, you're fucked. Word for word. I will remember it forever. That's exactly what the cop said to him. And because, like, AWOL from the army, if you get caught, that's like a minimum of 10 years in military prison. That's what he was facing. So I get this court-appointed lawyer, and I talk to him like 2 times, don't hear shit back. So I'm like, we're all fucked. So I bail myself out when the tags come. Accidentally do drugs the day before I'm taking a drug test for pre-trial, and then I show up and they're like, your case has been dismissed. Everybody that you were arrested with has been released from jail.
Nice.
Including the dude that was AWOL.
Really?
Yes, they even let him go.
Dude.
This fucking crazy, dude.
Talk about a stroke of luck.
I know, dude. I was like, wow. I'm glad I was able to recount that the way I was, because I was so fucked up, but at the same time, when I was, when you're a teenager, you're angsty. Like, you're like, I know my rights. Well, I did,
Yeah.
I actually did. And so even though I was fucked up.
That's because you had drugs and sold
all
drugs.
The time.
That's the only reason I ever looked up my rights.
That's 100% why. That is 100%
People
why.
that know their rights are doing something illegal. That's the thing.
That's the lesson today, kids. If you're going to do something illegal, know your rights.
I've had one case get dismissed, and it was far less dramatic than yours. I had this red Jeep Cherokee, and when I was on probation on a green light weekend, I would go to the houseboat that Phil lived on, and I got so used to driving this lake road, and I was checking fire extinguishers for oil fields, so I got so used to these roads, dude. And one day I was a little late, like I was supposed to be at my grandma's for lunch, who I was living with at the time, and I was going like 96 and like a 55 or something.
Oh my God.
And I passed 2 state troopers on their motorcycles.
Going the opposite way?
Yeah. And they looked at me and they were just like, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I pulled over and the guy like hits the top and he's like, 96, huh? I was like, she's a runner. And he was like, yeah, so do you want to pay this now or later? I was like,
what's that mean? Like bribe?
You want to go to court or you want to just pay?
Oh,
like
I thought he was saying,
no,
do you want to bribe me?
What do I write on the ticket? Are you going to court or are you paying this in the mail? Because it's one or the other, and when the paperwork gets filed, you get a court date.
Does it the price differ?
I mean,
I would weigh that.
I was on probation. That's technically felony speed, going 40 over.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I wasn't gonna plead guilty on the side of the road. So I was like, we'll go to court. And then I got there, and I was on probation. It was like 90 days later. I told my grandparents I got a speeding ticket, but I didn't tell them I was going 40 over. You know, I told them I was going like 75 or something.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, yeah. I had a friend named Dave because the turbo when you blow off valve. We called him Dave.
Dave,
yeah.
Nice.
But he got arrested for going 40 miles over. Like they straight up.
And I was on probation,
Georgia.
living with my great grandmother who was 89. Well, the case got dismissed. I got there, the cop couldn't show up, and there was so many people there because in Aztec, New Mexico, it's fucking chaos.
Another stroke of luck.
Yeah, dude. So
good.
I stayed out of jail because of that as well. But yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah, dude.
All the serious shit I had, I was like one of 2 people in the courtroom. There was none of that.
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that sucks.
Me and my lawyer and the judge had just a open schedule.
Yep. He's like, I'm gonna sit here and read the book.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this.
Yeah. Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah. Don't ever sell psychedelics, kids. Give them to your friends. They are very affordable. Very affordable. There's no reason to ever get into selling psychedelics. I praise the people that do, but they do not look at it kindly in the court system.
They come in handy to me, man, but you're gonna come in handy to the law.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you sell weed or something and you
God
think you
you
might be a Dave where you're not real careful about it, you got a sign in your front yard, never sell psychedelics. Please. I sold 10 hits, $100 cost me $11,000. Just remember that.
God damn, dude. That's expensive, man. I wouldn't have paid that for a book.
Well, yeah.
What's 100 hits a book, right?
No, I sold 10 hits of acid for $100.
Oh,
that
10
cost me
hits.
11 grand.
Okay. Oh, I thought you said 100 hits.
No.
Okay.
No, 10
10
hits.
hits only?
Yes.
Jesus. That's the most expensive acid ever, dude.
Yeah.
11 grand for 10 hits, man. Oh my God.
And I didn't even like the kid. I was just trying to get him to leave me alone.
So,
and he was like a raver.
Was he just like caught up in some other shit? And so
yeah,
they used
he was a
him.
CI. Yeah.
Yeah.
I sold him weed for months.
They didn't care about weed?
No.
That was the setup.
Yep.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, I got popped, and then like 4 or 5 other people like right at my level.
Yeah.
Like all my direct competition, the people that could afford a pound or whatever, like everybody went down.
How much weed were you selling them? Allegedly. 100 or a quarter pound?
I mean, it's all I have paperwork.
I know. I don't, dude.
Yeah, I have paperwork that
I still do that
describes
for
this
Phil.
in detail.
I still do that for Phil sometimes.
I bet when he heard that, he was like, yes, Dave. But, you know, like a quarter pound, a couple ounces. But he was selling weed to all the people I knew at the skate park. And I knew because they'd see me and they'd be like, yo, that whatever was fire. You know? So I had, like, references that he was breaking the law, you know? So I was like, all right, we're in this game together. I don't got to worry about this, you know?
Yeah.
Because once somebody starts slinging and shit, you're like, well, you got shit to lose too. So you don't necessarily, but I don't think that way anymore. That's why I don't sell drugs anymore.
That's great, dude. Good.
And never sell psychedelics, ever. It's $100. Give it away.
Dude, one of my last customers was
Psychedelic dealer?
no, he's an actor in Hollywood. His name's Lucas Till.
He's just on a bunch of ecstasy.
No, he was like 2 years younger than me, but he was friends with my sister. And like he had done a couple movies by then. He's been in some big movies at this point. Handsome little fucker. But yeah, he was one of my I mean, yeah, he's an actor, so everybody knows he does drugs, so I don't really feel Lucas Till. And yeah, it was like a couple days after. Yeah, that's the kid.
Oh, look at that sexy bitch. God damn, I know him.
You know him from movies. I'm telling you, he's been in a lot. I think he's been in X-Men before. I don't.
Yeah, he plays a douche.
Oh, he would, but he's the sweetest guy, dude. Like, I mean, again, I was 19, he was 17, so I don't know how I could say he's the sweetest guy. I don't know what he is like in his adult, but like he was a cool kid.
He looks like a cunt.
I
you
know.
Right there, he looks nice, and
I know.
he gets cuntier.
Yeah, he does. I can see that. He looks like it, but I'm telling you, he was cool to me, man.
Yeah.
I was also selling him weed though, so
Oh yeah.
so I guess that might explain it.
Yeah, he was trying to get his fix, dog.
Yeah.
I get that, dude. When I was in Phoenix, I was just like, where am I gonna get weed? You know?
Yeah.
And immediately I was like, open mic.
There you go. Yeah.
And guess who found weed?
Yeah. Right. I thought the same thing, and I went to an well, I guess it was an open mic, but not an open mic because I think we were booked. But I went with Elliot, you know, and that's where I met Joe Urell and Cameron Pelosa. But also that's where I met Tristan, and he
Found weed.
Yep, I found weed, dude. Very first place I went after checking into the hotel and leaving, I went straight to the show, and yeah,
Dude,
weed
so
immediately.
I've wanted to be a comic for so long. I almost wonder if I was selling weed while living in Durango, if I would be a comic to sell weed. Like I used to get a job at a restaurant for a couple months and then just quit. Like that, it's the best marketing strategy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So wait, you're saying you would want to do comedy? How are you gonna make money doing comedy?
Selling weed is no.
Oh,
what if
I'm
I was
misunderstanding.
selling weed
Uh-huh.
when I lived in Durango? Because there's none comedy in Farmington. There's not an open mic. There's
Right.
no opportunity. So if I was up here and heard about an open mic at El Rancho, I wonder if I'd have been like, I bet I could sell some weed there.
Oh yeah, if you were doing that, that'd be fucking the spot.
When I started doing comedy and walked in, I was like, God damn, I wish I still sold weed.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. Like
Fucking kill it.
Farmington, there's not even a weekly anything. Durango would be good. If like Durango would be good because there's multiple times a week. Well, I mean before all this shit, multiple times a week you see groups of 50 to 100 people.
Yeah, whenever so I guess I did sell weed once after I lived here, allegedly. But it was I've been here for quite some time. But we
15 years at least.
yeah, right when I got here, there was this. I became a lifty, started hanging out with lifties, and I
Bunch of
heard
potheads.
I heard about whenever. Oh yeah,
Big time. I know
that's
that.
when I really regretted it. I was on probation. Like I can't even sell these fuckers weed.
Yeah.
Like I can get a pound right now.
Yeah.
I had the connections, and I didn't rat on them, and they tried to get me to. So I was like super respected at the
Yeah.
time. You know what I mean? They were like, "Yeah, dude, I'll front it to you. I don't give
Yeah.
a fuck.
Yeah.
You're trustworthy."
Yeah.
And I actually owed the dude money when I went to jail. Got out. And when I went to see him the first time, I handed him, you know, the money. And I was just like, hey, man, just so you know, like, you're good. They don't know shit about you. And
Yeah.
then it was we're brothers now.
Man. Okay, good.
Brothers in
'Cause I was
arms.
going to say that motherfucker
He was a
coulda-
terrifying person.
He could have pulled a gun on you.
He was a
in
scary
heartbeat.
dude.
Yeah.
No, if
yeah.
you owe him money, you don't show up without it. I actually saw him. Somebody owed him money at a bonfire. I might have heard this story. Okay, so it was a bonfire. Somebody owed him money, and they were like, "Fuck you, I'm not paying you" or something. And then they got up on like a tailgate, and he just grabbed his feet and like, boom.
How big was this guy?
He's not small.
Wow.
Yeah,
Like 6'4", 6'5"?
maybe not super tall, but he's thick.
Okay.
Like
Strong as
he's
fuck.
the first time I went to his house, I was so fucking scared. Just giant pit bull was like at the door of my Jeep, like "Arr, arr." He's sitting on his front porch, just tats, shirt off, just tats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
First time I went to this guy's house that I was super
like
scared of.
samurai bodysuit tat. Like
That's intimidating,
it was
bro.
scary, bro. And he's Mexican, like it's
But
scary.
everything went okay?
Oh, we're brothers, dog.
Dude, I'm telling you,
Never
man.
had a sketchy moment.
I had a moment like that, like, because I had to start doing business with someone I had only heard of for like 10 years as being, and then all of a sudden,
I know that
he
feeling.
was locked up with my brother, and
You're in.
and dude, yeah, and so like when he got out, he told my brother to fucking tell me and my other brother to fucking hit him up when we need something. So we hit him up when we needed something, dude. We went over there, and it was very intimidating.
Was it weed or more?
We were only picking up weed. He
Okay.
did a lot more, but like we were just picking
That's a
up.
scary dude, though. The guy I was dealing with only weed, but he
Okay.
also tried to sell me like a
Well, the
submachine gun once, and
Oh.
it was a little.
Dude, the
it
guys
looked
that-
like straight out of the
See,
cartel. body of
all of my hooks like that tried to sell me guns, I wasn't scared about them. This guy is out of his fucking mind, like which had benefited him in the past, but it's like he tried to kill and he got charged with attempted murder of a friend of ours when we were 18 or 19. He tried to shoot him in the head, but the bullet went through his shoulder, and he survived. And he even sent a bouquet of flowers with $100,000 in it to the hospital to shut him
As
up.
a bribe?
Yep.
Dude, I would have shut the fuck up.
It worked. Oh no, he did.
Yeah.
He shut the fuck up. And then,
dude, this is beautiful.
And
this
then-
is a hood story. It's a good hood story.
dude, it gets crazier.
You got shot, but here's $100,000.
But then he gets the what's it called? Attempted murder case dropped, back in the street doing selling things, and then eventually years later I have to come to do business with this guy.
Oh, that is terrifying.
And so
That's
I
not
knock on
comforting.
the door, he answers the door, and he is clearly eating 3 or 4 Xanax bars, which was one of his main rackets was Xannies. He got them from Argentina. I don't ask questions.
Why
but
would
he,
you?
he got a lot of them.
I don't know nothing.
And I had to do a little work for him for a little bit. But before that, I went to get a regular eighth of weed, dude. He opens the door, barred out of his mind, and immediately puts a revolver right in my stomach.
That's not good.
I'm like, this dude tried to kill another guy that we know. He's barred out. Who knows?
If there was a
And
cop, this is attempted murder.
This
Yeah.
dude, it was the scariest shit ever. He put a fucking gun to my stomach and started grilling me. It was me and my buddy, me and my best friend, and my best friend's brother is the one that connected us. Because my best friend, I say best friend, but he's like a brother. I mean, I've been friends with him since I was 10, and we're actually
It's like Phil.
long distance cousins too. It just turned out. It's weird. Yeah.
Polish.
No. But no, that's the English side. But anyway, so he puts and then he's grilling me for a minute,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm answering the questions, and then he goes like this. He just pulls the gun off me. He's like, okay, and he does. Pops the fucking because it was a revolver. He pops the fucking what's that called? Oh my god, why am I drawing a blank?
chamber,
The
the-
chamber, yeah. He pops it open and shows me that the gun wasn't loaded. Isn't it a chamber?
I don't know. I got one right here. You want to look?
No, I'm scarred. But no, he pops it open and shows me the gun was never loaded the whole time. He was just fucking with me. But this is a motherfucker.
It was a test.
It was fucked up, dude. And I passed the test, but
Did you have to smoke PCP too?
No, I didn't have to do any drugs in front of him.
That's a training day. Yeah.
I remember.
But I've made people do drugs in front of me for sure.
You have? I never have, dude.
Or at least smoke. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I guess I've had people smoke in front of me. If I didn't know them, I was doing business
Well,
with them.
and in New Mexico at the time, it was super fucking illegal. It's
sure.
still not legal. And I'm terrified. Dude, Minneapolis, they have rec weed now.
Yeah.
It's looking good,
It's
dog.
good. It's good. It's good.
Dude, maybe we say fuck Phoenix. Let's go. Let's go east a
Minneapolis?
little bit.
No, I can't, dude.
Okay.
You
Too
know why
cold.
I'm going to Phoenix, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Too
yeah.
cold.
And not just for me, dude. Kat is over it,
Yeah.
dude. We're both
Their
from
comedy scene seems to be
a booming. Yeah, but I've heard of more people. Maybe it's just because of my proximity. Maybe it's because we're in the Four Corners. But
Phoenix
Yeah,
is
it's
way
got-
closer to LA.
well, I just saying I've heard of more comics that came out of Phoenix than I have heard of comics.
because it's closer to LA.
Maybe it might
But-
be because I'm closer to Phoenix than Minneapolis
That's fair.
too.
Yeah. But you're right. I haven't heard a whole lot of famous comedians, but maybe their comedy
Mitch
scene.
Hedberg.
Yeah, maybe their comedy scene just wasn't popping like Boston and New York and LA. You know what I
Sure.
mean? So
Sure.
maybe in 5 years we're gonna see all these people coming out of Minneapolis. How many do you know from Chicago? I guess there's a few, like Santino
Right.
for sure, but
Yeah.
that's the first one I got out of it.
Sure.
So maybe they're just a little behind, but from what Elliot said, he's like their worst comic is as good as a headliner here.
Okay, good. I mean, dude, I'm not saying they don't have a good scene.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if I'm going to choose some place to move to pursue comedy, I'm going to try and be comfortable, man.
Well, and me and you could fucking take trips to LA for a couple days.
Bro,
and
I'm
just-
telling you, there's a
We
lot more
could start
possible.
building a foundation
Yeah.
of connections and a network there.
And dude, we already
That's a
have.
douchey way to say it,
No,
but that's the
no,
only way I
it's
could
not.
think
That
of
is a-
explaining it.
No, that's not douchey.
What I
That's
really mean though is
practical.
making friends and smoking weed with different comics so they
Yeah, but it's more
you know?
than that, dude. It is so much more than that. And we've already
right,
started.
you can be
we've already started to develop that base, man. Like, I mean, I've booked fucking several comics from Arizona the past few months right before quarantine. Got to know them pretty well. And then also when I was just down there last year, I met some of the guys that have been in the game 8-10 years. Like, one of them used their pull to get me on a show at an actual comedy club. I mean, it's not a big one or anything, but it's still a comedy club in Chandler, Arizona called Improv Mania.
That's great.
He was able to get me on the show last minute because, like, we showed up, me, Elliot, and this guy, and me, Elliot, Kat, and this guy was like, I don't think you're on the show. And I was like, oh, damn. He's like, let me see what I can do. And then 5 minutes later, he came and said, you got 5 minutes.
Yeah, he walked back there. He's like, yo, Elliot brought somebody. You got 5 minutes?
Dude, which was dope.
And somebody was like,
and I didn't do that great, but my last joke worked pretty well, so I was all right with that.
dude, if you can get off with a bang, like,
Yeah.
that's my...
But it was like
I
a
feel
first
like
club.
I start so strong, and then I start to die off. Like, I almost think the jokes I think are awesome are shit, because
I feel you.
like I want to get them off the top, you know, just to get them on my side.
Yeah.
But at some sets, like at the park, I felt like a dip, and then I was like, oh fuck, and there's not that many people, and everybody's so spread out. The energy, you know, there has to be laughter.
Yeah, this is
to
a packed,
maintain energy.
Yeah, it's hard, dude, and that's why. I mean, I didn't even think about this till afterwards. That's
But
my
a
first...
bunch of people not laughing at you is worse. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, well, the outdoor space is hard. I mean, laughter just carries. So, but like this was like a little room, you know. So it's like, yeah, they were an honest crowd. Like, they didn't laugh if I wasn't making them laugh. I didn't even feel like I was real. I don't know if I was even like on point that night. I don't know.
I bet you're getting laughs off in between jokes when you're just like,
that
fuck
always,
me.
yeah, that always has gotten some.
I don't get a lot of that. Yeah.
But then my
if
last
I bomb,
joke,
I bomb all the way.
yeah, my last joke went all right, and I'll tell you, man, this is a good example of like when you do comedy several days and like do it every day, it really helps you. Is like I did this same closing joke like 2 days in a row before that. The first day it killed. The second day I accidentally switched up a word, and I was like, because I thought it might work, but it was too many syllables.
Yeah.
It just didn't work. So I went back to the original way the last
workshop.
night.
Yeah.
And that was the one I closed on that worked well, you know, like, and that was interesting to me. I was like, okay, this is why I need to get on stage every fucking night as much as I can. Multiple times.
That's how I felt the third show in Phoenix, dude. I think I went like 3 minutes over, and the guy never gave me the light. Like,
really?
To be fair. But it was like a dive bar, the Quail Lodge.
Do you remember what? Oh, okay. I don't
but
know.
it's kind of a dive bar, and there was only, maybe 10 comics, and I was the new guy from Durango, and I was doing well. So I think he was just kind of like, go, But it was my third set of that night, and I was just
and
like,
you finally
dude,
honed
I was
it
in a fucking flow.
I missed that feeling, dude. That's
20
how I
minutes
felt.
before that, I was in a kava bar bombing for 8 people. And then I got enough people around, and Christopher Royer was there.
Yeah, that's the dude that got me into that comedy club in Chandler, dude.
He's a good dude, Christopher
He's
Royer.
a great guy, dude. I fucking love Christopher Royer. And
funny comic.
What else, dude? I don't know, but that was cool, man. It was just somebody like putting their name out there, like, hey, I can't guarantee you this kid's going to be funny, but he came with a friend I respect, and I'd appreciate it if you got him on. A lot of people wouldn't do that I was a year in at the time.
Right, but he respected Elliot, and Elliot took you,
Right.
Which is a level of respect, and he had a truck, but...
That's true, but it is also a level of respect. And then also,
100% is.
Before that, him and Gene Moore took Elliot and I out to dinner, or lunch, like the day before.
Dude, I was supposed to do a fucking
and my
show
wife,
with him.
they took all of us out and like insisted on buying dinner. We were like they were really nice and like welcoming to the Phoenix scene. So like that's another reason why I want to go to Phoenix.
No, I'm into Phoenix, man. That's the move for sure. And just
I think it is,
affordability wise, and there's so much comedy though.
I know.
Every night,
every fucking night, multiple times a night.
And there's a couple.
We can afford like houses there to rent.
We can have a pool, Dave.
We can both have a pool. Will have a pool. Dude,
I don't know if I want a pool. It's a lot of work, but my dogs
I don't
would love
work.
that shit.
I don't want to work.
What, are you going to hire a pool guy?
Hell no. I just won't get a pool. Fuck it. I'm over the pool
if you don't,
already.
Yeah, it's a lot
It
of
was
work.
cool for about 20 seconds.
Yeah, I might get a pool.
Yeah,
and
you
we'll
get a
get our
pool.
girlfriends together to clean it like they garden now. Yes.
Wait,
We got a plan.
They don't make
Oh, your wife, my girlfriend. Go on.
they don't make Roombas for pools?
They do.
I thought they did, dude. My brother's a pool guy, by the way. We'll hire him from Atlanta. Once a month, we'll pay him to
Hey,
come out.
man, it's getting dirty.
Hey, dude, we're comics. Like, we're fucking balling, dude. I got $10 at this open mic and a fucking basket of fries last week.
Yeah, I would not describe any part of my life as balling.
I know you wouldn't.
I got 4 snowboards or something. That's about as balling
See,
as it
that's
gets for me.
Pretty balling, dude. 4 surfboards and 3 trucks. 2 trucks. 1 doesn't work, so 1 truck. Never mind. Yep, you're not balling.
Yeah, and I didn't buy the other one. That's a work truck. No, I got a 96 truck and a 97 car. They're both kind of a piece of shit, but I'm going to put a new engine in my truck. I'm so excited.
Oh, good. I thought you were about to say Sentra, and I was like, no.
No, that's...
Buy a new one, man.
No, I'm selling that car to whoever...
I love that car, dude. Sell it to Cat. Fuck.
That's fine.
We need a car to put an interlock in.
AC works.
We need a car to put an interlock in.
Cool.
Yeah, and I don't want to have to fucking blow into that shit every time. I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable with the... I'm not necessarily comfortable with the Nissan in Phoenix as far as
Why?
like AC and...
Heat?
Yeah, well, and power. Like you...
I'll get Cat
when
a
you're-
better car than that.
When you're going on the interstate and you have the AC on, like, that thing is gutless, dog.
Okay, cool. Yeah, good
Yeah.
to know. No,
it,
that's...
It has a hard time getting up to Lake Nighthorse when the AC's on.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, well...
I mean, you
I'll
can
get
always
her-
put
I'll
it
get
in a
her a
lower
nicer-
gear. But
I'll
when
get-
you're trying to go 70, yeah. I'm getting Kelly, we're getting her a new car.
Nice, dude. Are you going to get rid of the other one?
The Civic, yeah.
Like, trade it in or sell it?
We'll see.
And then, yeah.
This is dude, I could probably sell that car for $2,000 in Farmington.
That's pretty crazy.
My dad's place is right on the edge of the res. That is a res car, dog.
It is a res car, but that's why it's crazy that you could get $2,000 for it. They pay?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or they don't get the car. I
You
mean,
get like
I'm
two
redneck. I
two
have a
sheep
gun
and-
always.
2 sheep and $1,500.
I'd just bring them to your house.
Mhm.
Shade them to your front door.
And I'd raise them like the chows that they are.
If you ever come home and there's just 2 sheep chained to your front door, I sold the Nissan.
It's a gift. Yeah. Oh, that's great, man. You want to take a little breaky break and see if they're
Yeah, let's
ready
go eat dinner.
to eat some dinner? Yeah, man.
We're gonna
Cool.
eat some dinner. We're gonna play a little music, and we'll come back. Any closing statements?
No, not at all.
Okie dokie.
Gucci belt, Louis belt, Fendi fucking wallet. Drop the stupid topic, heard enough of all the nonsense. Blood was spilled on the rocks, mounted on your watches. It's revolution time, revolutionize your conscience. Hey look, hey look, hey look, hey look.
I guess we're going. No noise this time.
What? What?
The metronome, dude. I'm telling you, it's unpredictable and it's rude.
That's the thing about a metronome is it's the most predictable thing on the planet.
That's why I'm so confused about this
Yeah,
program.
I really don't enjoy
I've
that.
gone through it. I've said it. Like,
Dude, that doesn't make sense. It just didn't. It didn't metro.
yeah, sometimes it does 2 beats. Most of the time it does 4.
Right.
But every once in a while, like today, it did none. It was just like recording.
Jesus. Okay, lazy ass computer.
It made me question whether or not our headphones were working, even though we were talking through them
I was-
before. I know, but when the metronome doesn't happen, you know?
Yeah, throws off my drum beat.
For sure, no metronome.
Dude, shout out to my wife for that awesome dinner.
Dude, your wife just made us some dank-ass pot roast.
Yeah.
Potatoes, carrots, celery.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of
God.
cream and mushroom soup that I might be paying for later. We'll
no,
see.
I don't think you will, man. It had, like she said, the same amount of cream and mushroom as the gumbo.
And
yeah.
I mobbed that gumbo. And I was
Yeah,
just drinking
if-
the juice.
If
It
you
was
were
so
fine
good.
on that, then you'll be fine on this. But yeah, that was fucking.
But that's
delicious.
good to know that I have a little bit, you know,
Of
I
a
can play
tolerance.
with. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Dude, I woke up. I mean, just to like put in perspective how long that meal's been going. We just ate at 6:37. I woke up at 8 or
Noon?
9 this morning. No, because I had to work. Like 9 this morning, we'll say, with that that smell already in my apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Because she got up early. She set an alarm to get up and start cooking. And then, most of it's just crock potting all day with the pot roast. But, you know, like the preparation, dude. It's just like I woke up because that smell of the onions and everything, like everything was cooking together, dude. I woke up so hungry and I was just so excited to eat pot roast that I didn't eat anything all day. I went to work and I was hungry. Like I thought about ordering food, but I didn't want to ruin my appetite, dude. I'm glad I didn't now.
Yeah, it was delicious. My stepmom used to make pot roast most Sundays, and she'd start it Saturday night. So Sunday, you'd wake up to the smell of it, and it was ready.
Like over 12 hours.
Yeah, dude, you'd fucking throw some in a tortilla, New Mexico.
Yeah, I was gonna
throw
say
some green chili on top of it, and just fucking mob it, and a bunch of cheese. Like,
the way we ate that was pretty much East Coast style. That's how, because that pot roast that Kat makes is like, it tastes the same as my mom's, which tastes the same as my dad's mom.
Right.
And that's just how,
no, I've had it like, I mean, it still had celery and potatoes and shit in it.
Yeah, but you had a tortilla.
Well, we threw one just because it's an efficient delivery system.
Absolutely.
And my stepmom always shredded it. So she'd carve the fat off of it and then just shred it.
Right.
So, you know, it's just a bowl of meat and potatoes and carrots and and green chili.
Dude, that sounds great on a tortilla. I'm not knocking it at all. I just think like that's the difference between like out here. I think people tend to throw things on tortillas more. Back east, they use soups more.
Right.
I mean, you guys do.
Well, it's colder.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, like
and on a tortilla, we're not always taking all the juices. You know what I mean? In a bowl, I'm taking all the juices.
Oh yeah.
But in a tortilla, you can't, or it'll fall apart. So you get just enough to make it moist.
Yeah. And at the end, that's almost my favorite part. Is the broth at the end, dude. Just sipping it.
I just drank that. Yeah,
I did too.
Like it was like a hot toddy or something.
Yeah.
It was just like
And it was just as satisfying, dude.
It's so good. Dude.
Yeah.
That was delicious.
So yeah,
shout out
thank
to
you,
Kat.
Thank you, Kat. That was awesome.
I think Kelly helped. I don't know.
Thank you, Kelly, for picking her up, bringing her over here, and
that's helping.
And gardening. Yeah,
she brought food to me. I'm into it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that was really.
My
good,
girlfriend's like the DoorDash of our friend circle.
Yeah, she picked up.
She doesn't listen.
She picked up a meal.
I hope
mid preparation and brought it. That's how much she cares. She thought ahead.
Yeah, I thought. So she told me you guys might be staying the night and then starting it in the morning. And
last night,
I guess that was one of the plans.
Yeah, I told Kat that didn't make sense. It turned out. I
mean,
right.
because of that, you got a bunch of beef broth in your back seat, but you're gonna have to clean that out like when Elliot pissed in that poor dude's minivan.
He thought he got away with it too, dude.
He probably did until they got back in their car.
No way. They went to change that diaper of the baby that they thought it was. The smell was coming from. They saw it was dry, and they were nice to Elliot. That's what happened.
Probably, yeah.
Because he was 8.
He's obviously a mentally challenged young gay boy.
Yeah, exactly, dude. That's a double entendre. I mean, that's saying the same
Whoa.
thing. Yeah.
Whoa,
yep.
bro.
It's that part of the show, ladies
and gentlemen.
All right,
so tell me about your 23andMe stuff.
All right, so it's weird. I get updates every now and then, dude.
Mm.
And so this is what's weird, dude, is I got an update the other day, and my hair, like, I don't know how it works. I guess because it's like a giant pool of people that put in their DNA. They make this big genetics pool or whatever, and they figure out things through your blood like that, or your spit, your DNA. And so we get updates all the time, like emails, like giving us relatives, or if something changed, like if the initial results changed at all. And my results changed from being, I was always 34% English and Irish, which is basically half, because I mean there's just so many little things that, like, I mean, like, oh yeah, there's something else.
Yeah, I'm mostly those little things.
Okay, yeah, and I guess I am too, but I'm like 34% English Irish, and before it was like 30 or 33% Polish. Well, you can't call me Polish no more, pal, because it says 10% Polish, and the other 30, and then 34% German and French.
Oh.
And I was talking to a friend today, and he was like, the other thing to keep in mind, like, I really liked this perspective. The other thing to keep in mind is, like, your DNA goes back before there were modern day countries and borders, you know? So it's like, I'm 34% French and German,
And when the
But
Nazis took over Poland,
But
that became Germany.
But yeah, but like 34% French and German. That would be more like the region of Gaul, like in ancient times, like in Roman times, like if you went way back. So it's like I don't consider myself like I don't know what to consider myself, because it's like really those names, French, German, that's modern day shit.
Yeah.
But what they're testing is my DNA, which traverses,
Yeah.
millennia.
Yeah. So you're saying maybe some Polish people were living in what is now French and
what I'm
German.
trying to say is that I'm a lot smarter now that I'm not Polish.
I disagree.
Oh, dude, listen to the first half of this podcast, and you'll see a different man.
You've just been
dude.
walking through the last week of your life with extra confidence.
I just looked at my phone. I'm like, shit, I'm not dumb after all.
Good for you, man.
No, see, that's how stupid I am.
I feel like not that many people get that opportunity to live that moment.
I'm really just joking. But but it's crazy. So it's like 10% Polish, and then 34% English, Irish, 30% German, French. So I'm just a fucking mutt, You
could have been the victim. Now you might be the,
I mean, it explains.
Executioner.
Oh, dude, I'm definitely an executioner. Before I was definitely the victim. I was gonna get killed for saying something stupid in public, but now I'm the one doing the killing.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah. I mean,
German, French, Gaul.
Yeah, when in France.
Oh, but this was the funniest thing, and this is gonna make you feel better about being able to call me dumb again.
Oh, I never had doubts in that ability.
No, you should have, because I was not Polish for a second. But then I got this fucking thing.
Is it from the same company? They're like,
yeah.
oops.
Yeah.
No, you're super Polish. And you have a small dick. That's what your DNA tells us.
Dude, no, I'm French. Got the big uns.
I don't think so.
I'd say whatever I want.
Yeah.
Damn it, where's this fucking photo?
Heard Greeks have big dicks.
It's because of all the foreskin. Okay, here you go. See, it says at the top. I want to cover that. It says, "We improved our analysis and your results may have changed." That's what it says at the top. Then it says, "Hey, David, you have more Neanderthal DNA than 88% of customers."
Nice, dude.
So I'm just fucking walking idiot, dude. I can't escape it.
Joe Rogan's like 90% of most people.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, it's funny as fuck to me, dude. Like Neanderthal.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Just shape of your head. I mean, it all
everything,
makes sense.
yeah, dude. The size of my spear.
Yeah, the club you're carrying. I still haven't seen his dick, if anybody's wondering.
Dude, nobody cares.
I do. I mean,
I know, but dude, I'm gonna keep you waiting.
I've also been listening to a lot of Elton John, so.
This is my tiny
I
dick.
hung out with Elliot for a few days.
Too long.
Yeah, he stayed the night. Maybe we slept together. I don't know.
I think, yeah. I mean, probably. I wouldn't blame you.
He's a beautiful man.
Yeah.
His ass is on the wall. Like, if that's not temptation, I don't know what is.
He oh man.
He's also got booze in his hand, which is
lucky
another
were you?
vice.
Dude, you're so lucky. You got to bang that ass while looking at that ass on the wall.
Yeah, bro.
Like, that's pretty sweet.
It's rare.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have
That's
a
what
poster
I'm
of my
doing.
girlfriend on the wall, you know?
I know.
And if I did, I probably
Why
wouldn't
would
even
you?
frame it.
She's a woman.
Obviously.
Like, it's not your type, bro.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, hot dudes and dirt bikes, like.
Yeah, that's it. Hat backwards, baby.
Hat backwards, baby.
All day.
Just
Dirt
like
bike.
Dave.
What? Oh my god, 88%. More than 8. Kat was like, dude, mine said you have more Neanderthal. Kat's is like more than 50% of people. I read that and I just started like cracking up. Bro.
No, you look more Neanderthal than Kat.
I think you should say I look more whatever I tell you my results are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just go with it.
That's the joke.
Well, dude, I look Neanderthal because I fucking broke my nose in a car accident when I was 21 and never got it reset.
And you're more Neanderthal than 88% of the population. Yeah.
That might be why. That might actually be the reason. But
yeah,
I
all
kinda...
Neanderthals break their nose as kids. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have.
That's
a
why they
doctor.
look like that.
Oh man, that makes sense now. It was just in the drawing. But I wasn't 21. I was 21 until that happened.
Yeah, you were you didn't show your true colors until then.
Man, as soon as I started doing
Your
that,
flag is just like a rock and a club. Like,
oh, dude, I don't even think I have a flag.
dragging a woman by her hair.
I don't have a flag. I just have a rock in the club.
Is
dude.
that how you got Kat? You just drug her back to your
Yeah,
cave
dude.
and by her
Just
hair?
grabbed her by the curly hair. That's why she's curly headed.
Mm.
It's easier to grasp the hair.
No, I understand.
Because like all the straight hair.
I'm attracted to it as
all,
well. I
all
don't know
the
what
straight
it is.
haired Neanderthals. I
bet I'm Neanderthal too.
I bet you are. You got that straight ass German hair. Neanderthal Nazi over here.
Thick dog.
It is.
From what we know, you are as well.
Oh,
You're as much Nazi as
fuck.
I am, you piece of shit.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. My grandfather both fought against him.
Well, mine did too.
That might have just been a really good cover, though. I don't know.
Well, drafts and whatnot, yeah. They didn't have a lot of options, Dave.
I would be a lot smarter if I was descended from like one of those Nazi scientists that got sent over here after World War II.
You'd also
I would be a
more-
smart person.
You'd be evil too. Like
I would
feel
be
like that passes
Possibly
down.
evil. Yeah, sure, but
Possibly evil, sure.
yeah, but I'm not.
What are we
And
gonna do today, Kat? We're
I'm
gonna
so-
take over the world.
So like instead of being
Remember Pinky and the Brain?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
Instead of being smart and evil, I'm fucking dumb and nice. So there's no way I'm from a Nazi. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
I mean, maybe a Nazi that just got caught up in the draft. You know, not one of the high up Nazis.
Dude, they're still Nazis.
I have dark times.
Assholes.
I have dark thoughts sometimes, and I'm like, is that the Nazi part of me?
No,
Yeah.
It's the person that wants black dick.
Not that kind of dark thoughts.
Okay.
No, those are rainbow thoughts.
Oh,
Those are the brightest of thoughts, Dave.
yeah.
If my dad's watching this, he's not impressed.
Yeah? Oh, good. Mr. Nystrom, you have every reason to be worried.
Seems that way. Sorry, Pop.
Yeah, look, we're drinking our cute little drinks and our ice, Mr. Nystrom.
This is whiskey. This is Knob Creek. This is man shit.
It's called Knob Creek,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly. This
Your
is
dad-
gay man
Your
shit.
dad has every reason to be worried.
Well, the first whiskey I ever drank, I stole from my dad, and it was Knob Creek.
Oh, so you apple
Maybe
don't
my
fall
dad's
far
gay.
from the tree.
What do you know?
Apple don't fall far from the tree, pal.
I mean,
That's
he's
okay.
married. He's got 3 kids. Yeah.
Perfect cover once again.
True.
We're learning a lot
Michael
about
Jackson had a kid.
Yeah, we're we're learning a lot about our family these days.
That'll happen. That's really not the intention of my. When I sit down to podcast, I'm really not trying to share like things about my family, especially spreading false rumors.
Why not? They're false. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, some of them take jokes better than others.
I guess that's it. Yeah, I know. I can't talk about all my
Yeah,
family
you
like
should
that.
start sending your mom links. Check this out, Mom. I'm on the internet.
She would not even watch it. I
You don't
guarantee you. I really don't think so, no.
Well, I just want you to know that my mom worries about you because she watches it.
I know you tell me that every week. Listen, you don't got to worry, Lisa. It's all good.
It seems fine. I mean, I'm confident he's going to make it to Phoenix.
You saw me during a rough
Maybe another
patch.
15, 20 years. Yeah. He's on
Dude,
that. He's
15,
on that back
20
nine.
weeks, dude. I can't wait to get down there, dude. Fucking,
Yeah, Brian Callen and Brendan Schaub are co-headlining June 15th, June 10th in Phoenix.
Are they?
Phoenix
Brian-
is open, dog.
I fucking love Brian Callen, dude. Not the biggest fan of the other guy.
I know.
Well, he's not as funny. I mean, Brian
Well,
Callen's a
he's-
goddamn hilarious
newer.
genius.
Yeah.
I know.
But he's just famous, so he sells out.
See, that doesn't appeal to me, dude. Like, I
No, I
want
understand.
joke writing skills. I want, like, fucking pure funny.
I totally understand.
Yeah. I don't care if he was famous. It doesn't do anything. Like, that's why. But see, that's what I like about Blake Griffin. Like, in the roast, Blake Griffin is, like, and he gets a lot of shit about that from, like, bigger comics about being famous. And so, like, he was able to step into the comedy game in a professional manner because he was already famous. But he actually, like, he does roast and shit, and he's actually fucking funny. Like, he brings it, dude.
Yeah, that's
like,
awesome.
But, like,
Some people are better at it.
yeah. But honestly, like, I've always kind of,
Just like Brendan Schaub.
well, no, just judged comics off of their roasting abilities because that's like my fucking favorite, like, is
Totally.
roasting. That's why I think it's my default setting when I'm uncomfortable on stage. I'll roast people. Like, it's my favorite. It's my favorite part of comedy.
Makes sense.
So, like, when I see somebody like, you know, Blake Griffin, who I mean, comedy-wise, came from obscurity. Obviously, he's a megastar that everybody's known for a long time.
Right.
But comedy-wise, he came from obscurity and just stepped right onto the main stage. And honestly, as a comedy fan, man, he didn't really disappoint me that much. Like, I enjoyed, like, multiple sets that I saw him in. But, I mean, I watched I don't know if it was a whole special or just a few, like, 10-minute clips of Brendan Schaub, but I was just like, it just didn't hit me, dude, at all.
Yeah, he's
At
not
all.
there yet, like, to be as famous as he is, but people are down to pay money to watch him do what he does on his podcast.
Do you
know
think
what I
he
mean?
climbed the ladder faster than other comics because
100%.
yeah, so
well, but he was
so he
able to
wasn't
sell
ready.
tickets.
what's that?
He was able to sell tickets.
Yeah, because of his
and
fame.
he goes back to places and still sells out. You know what I mean? It's not like
Dude,
he did a show there and everybody was like, "This guy sucks."
Yeah.
You know, everybody had a good time.
Dude, I'm totally down to still watch him and give him a chance. And I bet you live, too, it's a whole nother experience.
For sure.
It always is.
Yeah.
I mean, like, because we were obsessed with Joey Diaz forever, and then we saw him live, and it was just, like, a whole nother
It
level.
connected the dots, yeah.
God, it was great.
And I realized what kind of power he holds, you know what I mean? Just the level of respect people have for him.
They're
like,
scared of him.
Yeah.
He's a fighter.
He's terrifying. Yeah, he went to prison for kidnapping.
Brendan Schaub? Oh, you're talking about Joey Diaz.
Joey Diaz,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
No, when we saw him live,
Uh-huh.
I saw the level of respect people have for him as a comedian,
yes,
as a whatever.
Yes. I understand what you're
But
saying.
he's, dude, anytime he stumbled, he'd just be like, ha ha ha, and everybody fucking kill.
I swear to God, I saw him get the biggest laughs off his laugh.
Yeah,
Would
it's
you
like
agree
you
with
in
that?
between your jokes. Yeah.
Cool. I'll take it. Whatever.
No, yeah, I'm saying it's a gift. Like, you can always grow on your joke writing and whatever, and you get good laughs. But I'm telling you, like, the genuine you comes out in between jokes where you're like,
Right.
fuck y'all. You know?
Yeah.
Like, that gets these laughs. So it's Joey Diaz-esque as just like when his personality shines through how he really feels about this moment, that gets a reaction.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and you
true.
can always get better at writing jokes, but there's something natural there that makes people laugh. Even a set you bomb, you kill in between every joke. Like,
Thank you, dude.
you get more laughs than almost anybody always because of that. Like,
because I bomb. Like, that's so ironic.
no, but
it
you
makes
get
sense.
great.
Yeah.
I mean,
Thank you,
you
dude.
have great sets with your jokes and whatnot, and you get good laughs in between those jokes as well. Like, you react both ways, where you're like, fuck y'all, and you're like, I'm glad you like that. And everybody laughs, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Just
yeah.
the way you said it. Like, there's this natural thing in between your actual work
Sweet.
that is benefiting you, which I think is,
So I need to
it's a leg up.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate that, and I just
And I thought that
appreciate-
when we saw Joey Diaz.
I
was
appreciate the response, like, you know, the feedback, you know. That's the word. Yeah. But no, because yeah, that helps
Well, it's
me
something to work
because
around.
that
Yeah.
helps me because it makes me realize I need to figure out. Now I know what I need to figure out is how to be that person between jokes
While
the whole
telling
time.
jokes. Yeah.
The whole time, you know? Like, that would be ideal.
But you can't be drunk Dave. It's somewhere in between.
I don't
like professional Dave and drunk Dave. It's somewhere in there because drunk Dave, like,
because I got to be a little loose.
there's a point in the turning where you find it, and then if you keep drinking, then drunk Dave starts shining his head, and then it's all drunk Dave, which is
Right.
interesting. And I've seen it on many videos
I know.
while I'm editing. Drunk
know.
Brian came out for the last podcast with
Oh, yeah.
Elliot and Jill Carlson.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't
It got
expect to
hammered,
record
bro.
two, but
Yeah.
it happened.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny, bro. Dude, I went to that fucking protest yesterday.
Oh yeah, how was it?
Oh my God.
So it was a protest in Durango. What was the purpose?
It was protesting wearing masks.
That's all?
Yeah. And basically just like, you know, we're not sheep. We don't need to do what everybody tells us what to do. And a bunch of that. And I got some good ass footage. I'll show you some when we get off air.
Nice.
Because it is not like ready at all yet. But I mean, I got some funny interviews with a few people.
You just went and talked to people?
I went and talked to people, dude.
Nice.
Like,
Did you introduce yourself?
Nope. I just no, what I did was when I was around the like
Picketers and
pro-Trump, when I was around the pro-Trump, like anti-mask people, I took their side. I put my mask down and I
Obviously.
took their side. And I was like, yeah. And I would just say all these things, Trump 40-40. And like, you know, like, and just like, God bless, amen. And like, just, they loved me, dude. And then when I was around the people that were picketing the protest, I put my mask on and I was like, look at these fucking idiots. Like, look at these assholes over here. And Jill came with me and we just walked around for an hour with them and then went to Steelworks, got a drink, went home.
And it was all about masks?
Basically. I mean, that was the basic premise because
why not open businesses?
Do you know why though? It's because yesterday an ordinance took place in Durango requiring masks. Camera's dying?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think we're good.
Just beeped.
Well, seems fine.
Seems good. But so
yeah, so they're forcing people now.
Yeah, and then I just like as we were marching, we marched with them down Main Street.
Dude, I go through Bayfield and Ignacio every day, and nobody gives a fuck.
I know.
Like maybe the employees of the gas station or liquor store.
Yeah.
Those are the people I know. But
yeah,
nobody else. No customers.
Dude.
And when I wear one, they look at me like
you're a
like
freak.
I'm Elliot. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Like I'm Jacob Jonas or something.
Yeah, eating a burrito.
I think Jonas is just as close to being gay.
Oh yeah, he doesn't let the world know.
He's too pretty to be straight. That's just me hoping that we could be gay at the same time.
Yeah, dude, if you guys come out together, I'll come to your wedding.
When I saw his sister, I was like, God, you look so much like Jonas. You know, but I was into it.
It's true.
Yeah.
They do look alike.
Yeah.
They're both beautiful human beings.
Yeah, one of them didn't
and they both
shoot
like
themselves
dick.
in the head. Yeah.
No, but dude, I wish you could have come in. That protest was fun, dude.
Oh yeah, yesterday was weird. I helped Phil hang a new fire extinguisher. Well, we built a stand for it, but Phil's house is like way off the ground, you know. So we had to build like a bunch of bricks and shit. It was a whole thing. It was a trial and error situation.
What were you doing now?
Hanging a swamp cooler.
Oh, okay.
Or putting a swamp cooler
Smart
in his
move,
house.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't let that baby get too hot. Yeah.
I mean, they have air conditioners, but they just run up so much AC.
Yeah,
and
dude,
here it's
you
so
need a
dry.
swamp cooler where they're at, bro.
The swamp coolers are $600 for the little one. It's crazy.
They're real expensive.
I found one when I moved in. I found one behind the house.
Did it work?
I put $120 into it, and it works great.
That's worth it.
Yeah.
$120 for a swamp cooler?
Yeah.
That's great.
Every year I put $10 worth of pads in it. Still works.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Fuck yeah, dude. You still, to this day, spent like less than $200 on it.
Oh, yeah.
And if you've been here 7 years, that's 70.
Well, I've been in this house for like 3.
Oh, yeah, dude. You spent way less than $200 then, dude. Yeah, dude.
And Phil just bought one for $600.
Yeah.
I felt bad. I was like,
why?
Really? Well, because that's what they cost.
It's called a come up, bro.
Yeah, that's what they cost.
Everybody gets them sometimes. He has a baby. We don't.
Yeah. That's
a come up. I would love to.
Motherfucker owns a swamp cooler. I just found one. I'm going to have to leave it. You know what I mean? It'd work great in Phoenix.
He also owns a baby.
He also, owns a strong word.
Well, it depends on the era.
He's responsible for a baby. Yeah, but this is 2020.
Okay, good call.
Quarantine times, which less political correctness, which might be the best thing about it.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anybody, nobody's been saying shit publicly. That's the thing.
No. Dude, but things are starting to open up, dude. Like, I got pretty good feedback from the picture I posted for that outdoor show we did last weekend. I feel like you got good feedback. And then also, I've been seeing more shows start to pop up that people are promoting. Actually,
Phoenix is open.
What was real cool was this morning on, I think it was Instagram, Brad Bellinger posted a video like promoting Laugh Lines Comedy Club in Boulder, Colorado. Go check it out if you guys are up in that area. Right now they're open as a cafe for lunch, so do go support them. Man, dude, this is awesome. It was Gilbert Godfrey on video saying Laugh Lines Comedy Club was completely booked. They just opened up and they were completely booked for the first several months. They're doing good business. They're good guys. So if you're in the Boulder area, go there so I'm doing like a double promotion for him, but like it was awesome. Like he's one of my favorite comedians ever, dude.
Yeah, you think it was one of those, what are those things that you can pay somebody to say something?
I have no clue. I don't even give a shit.
No, but
maybe,
that's great marketing.
But Brad, I know Brad, dude. Yeah. I've met him, and he was a good dude. I believe that he probably does have, some sort of a
Gilbert
connection.
Gottfried's ever played there, yeah.
Well, they just opened up, man. They opened up like, I would venture to say either a month before as a soft opening.
Damn it.
As a soft opening. I don't think they were fully open yet. I could stand corrected, but like they were just getting off.
Starting to see the Neanderthal come out.
Oh yeah, I don't know how to speak sometimes. That's true. No, but they were just starting to like, fuck, man, get out there, dude.
Yeah, that
so
sucks.
So I was honestly like really pleasantly surprised to see that Gilbert Gottfried promoting for him, dude.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
That's really cool,
yeah.
dude. He's one of my favorite. I just listened to one of his albums the other day.
Yeah, comedy clubs are super susceptible to this situation. Restaurants, everybody is, but especially comedy clubs because it relies on getting the most people possible into a small space.
Yeah, and then
drunk. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if we're not allowed to be together in small spaces, I mean.
I think Brian Callen said on that phone call with Joe Rogan that was released in a clip the other day that in Houston, where he's performing next weekend with Brendan Schaub, it's a 450 seat capacity room, but they're allowed to fill 200. Yeah, so.
But they added like 4 shows.
Oh,
so
really?
they're
still selling.
They're doing
tickets.
more work, but they're getting the numbers just because they give a shit, and they're also booking shows now. So they're like, we need reps. I bet
Sure.
Just like if we could do fucking 6-8 shows, like let's do that.
Right. That goes kind of along the same
lines.
lines.
They'll sell out. To whatever capacity they allow.
Yeah. Yeah, and those people that didn't get in for that first show, for that second 250 people, they'll get in the next show.
Yeah, and it might be 6 shows. I might have
but still.
Exaggerated a little. They added Thursday. That's it.
Okay. 2 shows on Thursday?
Yeah. And they were just going to do 1 show a night, and then they sold out immediately. So they're like, how about 2 shows a night? And
people are ready, bro.
Yeah.
People are so ready to go out,
and,
man.
Dude, being alone is not the best for your immune system.
It's beeping.
I think it's something out there.
Think so?
Maybe. I mean, it's still flashing.
Yeah, no doubt.
There's always warnings on the little screen there. I don't know.
Just trying to be vigilant.
I heard it too.
Okay.
But
sure.
It seems fine. That's all I got.
It does. It sure does. Man, what was I about to fucking say? I don't know.
Thinking about sucking dick? Oh, that's just me.
Wow, dude, you are so projecting. God damn.
But I always admit it. That's fine.
That's true.
I was trying to talk shit. It didn't work, so I just took it back.
Quick question. What does Kelly's dick taste like? Pumpkin pie?
Something red. Yeah. Carrot cake.
Instead of fucking apple pie, you'd fuck pumpkin pie.
I love pumpkin pie.
It's pretty goddamn good. With a little whipped cream. Yeah, dude, I was worried about the money thing. Like, I mean, going back to like them adding shows because of demand.
Yeah.
Man, at work, like we're about to start opening back up soon,
right.
And we're gonna have like 3 or 4 table sections, because they all have your table. And so, initially, I was like, that might hinder the money. But a buddy of mine was like, dude, people are going to be so grateful to be back, especially the regulars. Yeah, that they're going to fucking tip.
Well, and think about the attention you can give to 4 tables.
Exactly.
You're going to have everybody on point. You're going to be the best server.
Yeah, but you don't want to annoy tables. And sometimes.
No, for sure. But you can observe them.
Absolutely.
And there's empty tables in between. So you're going to be able to see if anything's wrong.
It's just going to be easy.
Like the second somebody looks up, you're going to be like, oh.
Got you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll probably have the check in my fucking pocket. By the way, already.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah. Professional, bro.
Pro, dude. No, but like, yeah, I think he's right. I think people are probably going to be so happy to be out and about and in a restaurant that as long as I treat them properly, which I always do, like a gentleman, they'll tip. They'll tip fat.
I think so.
Dude, we've got like...
People tip fat in this town anyway.
Yeah, they do. On to-go orders, dude, we've gotten like... $70, $80 tips on $20.
Yeah, I was
explaining for no reason.
I was explaining to my grandparents earlier how being a server in this town is a career path. Like because they kind of see it as, it's a coming up job, and that's kind of
Put
how
you
I
through
saw it,
college.
because I never made like real money doing it, but it's different here. It really is. And people spend so much money on booze, so the percentage goes up and things like that.
Sure.
But people are just a little more generous here, and they appreciate going out. And when you have good food,
It's a
good
wealthy
drinks,
town, man. Like this,
but
place-
mostly not. Even me, I'm broke as fuck. I tip well.
I'm telling you, most of the fucking homeowners in Durango have a lot of money, man. Those houses are not cheap.
Yeah, but I feel like a
They're-
lot of them don't even live here. I feel like most of the property that's bought up in Durango is rentals.
Maybe. I mean,
And
yeah.
they charge exorbitant amounts. They cut them
do.
into 3 houses and just charge.
Yeah, but even the people that just come here, even seasonally,
Yeah.
when they're here, dude, they're balling out of control, dude. Like they and
I feel
if
like
you
most of
treat-
them are broke.
You do? Well,
Dude,
I
I
mean,
feel like a giant
see-
portion of the town,
yeah, it's the
has
college
no
students.
money,
It's the college
but they
students.
spend a lot.
Oh yeah, well, it's the college students spending their parents' money. I think is that group. I'm talking about the adults, 50 plus, dude. Like the
Yeah.
people that are 50 plus that live here, and own a place here.
Oh, for sure.
They're usually pretty balling, dude.
We're in
And that's a lot
Farmington.
of my clientele, dude.
I feel like Farmington, a lot of them aren't necessary. They're very budget conscious. Like
Farmington is budget conscious.
yeah, but I don't know. It's just a different vibe here.
It is a different vibe than Farmington. I haven't quite put my finger on Farmington yet. All I know is it's not made me comfortable to ride
Yeah,
around.
I mean, so I've had a lot of meals bought for me by older people, that I knew or family or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Old dudes that I was banging. Yeah.
There you
But
go.
whatever. But I see the tips,
Yeah, you do. The old people tips.
and I always want to leave more, when you see like a 10-15% tip, you're
That's
just
what
like,
you do. You start to walk out with it and be like, hold on, I got to run to the restroom. And you go back, put a fucking extra 20 on the table.
and then you blow that old dude.
And then you blow that old tip. Yeah. Suck that tip.
I mean, yeah, in my mind, I'm going to make way more than the waiter did. More money for me.
And then
like,
you'll kill him and get the insurance policy.
taking the car too. Taking the
well,
car.
it's all going to be left to you in the fake will you write,
Right.
before you kill him.
Yeah.
And then it's all left to you.
And I'll just wipe the pen,
You
put
have,
it in his
yeah,
hand.
You have him sign it, yeah, and then kill him. And then take the pen away. So, I've never thought about that.
That was quite a tale
We wove.
Max Turner just texted me, Mike tomorrow, ?
No. Sorry, buddy. Oh, my God, dude. I opened Instagram because somebody...
Yep. I saw that. Show the camera. Go to Elliot A. Weber on Instagram and
At Elliot A. Weber.
look at his beautiful new post.
It's seriously, he's my favorite up-and-coming gay porn star.
I told him a year ago, get this calendar out and I will purchase one. I will purchase a box of them and I will hand them to all my guests as they walk in.
It's so funny how fat he is for how fit he says he is.
That's the funniest part. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
He's not.
God, he's so not good looking. You hear that, Elliot? I need ice for my drink.
Dave wears your face on his chest, but yeah, he doesn't find you attractive, Elliot.
Oh, no. I do that to make fun of him because he looks 50 in the shirt.
Yeah, so now you're just going to look at your phone for a while,
Dude,
or what?
I have a purpose, okay?
Okay.
I can't say it on air. Shit.
Then why are you doing it?
Because the
If
guy...
it's not for the show. Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
can't
do
say
it.
I
Do
can't.
it.
I can't.
All right.
I ain't doing it.
You
Nope.
want to? Yeah, do it.
I need to make a drink.
Well, I think we
Let's pause it for a second.
could wrap this one. We could
All
always
right.
do another one. Well, I found anything over 90 minutes really doesn't upload onto
Yeah.
YouTube,
It sucks old tips.
so I got to,
So fuck it.
yeah. So promote yourself.
My name is David Jeremiah Oakley.
Really? So biblical.
That's the
Yeah, I
point.
gotcha.
Dude. I won the spelling bee in 2nd grade, and I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Dave Laughs.
Is that on your resume? I won the
I
spelling.
I never
Just
participated.
came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
how
know
you
why-
should get on stage.
I don't know
My name
why.
is David Jeremiah Oakley. I won the spelling bee in 2nd grade. Dude, you got him on your side. I feel like that's something Max Turner would do.
Oh Oh god. But anyway, yeah. At Dave Laughs, Instagram, Twitter, Comic Uprising, Comic Uprising on Facebook,
Instagram
and Twitter
and
believe.
YouTube coming soon.
And yeah, we've been working on some things in the progress. That made no sense, but you know what I mean.
Working on some things of the progress.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And they're really good. Well, parts of it's really good. Like,
it's free content, people.
The part where I was in it was like really, really, really good. But sorry, Elliot was just here last weekend.
Yeah,
and
that's still the gayest thing said this whole podcast.
Well, except for where you. Never mind.
Was gonna blow it old dude.
Yes, exactly, exactly right. All right, and that's about it, man. Check out Comic Uprising. Keep tuned. We got the Four Corners Comedy Festival coming August 27th through 29th. Feel free. We are still planning to do
taking
it.
Submissions.
We had a meeting, phone conference call with the management of the place we plan to do it at yesterday, and things are looking good. So, yeah, go to comicuprising.com if you're interested in submitting, and hopefully, like Lord willing, we're able to throw this thing without a hitch.
Lord willing.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Yeah, you can find us at GLW_podcast on Instagram, Greenlight Weekend on YouTube and Facebook, and greenlightweekend@gmail.com. Shout out to the Whiskey Real Boys, and as always, Hip Hop Trip, Ethan Esparza. Links are in the description, and Dead Room Comedy.
Damn right.
deadroomcomedy.com, Dead Room Comedy on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks for listening, guys. We're drunk. Peace.
You're drunk. Shave your legs, bitch.
Hey, look, I just made it happen. Another young man out here rapping. All these antagonists coming at me. Saving the day, I'm the captain. Just imagine that I am a hero. Truth is, I ain't even got a scene, though. I don't ball, probably can't make a free throw. Lay a motherfucker out like Debo. That's right, little man with a big hook. And I got a big brain, reading them big books. I don't make shit rain, blinking when I switch lanes. Man, I play my shit safe, I don't get shit looks. Drowning your swag in a swimming pool. All you fake rappers never even been to school. Kendrick had that one called Swimming Pools, and it went over your heads. You ever been to school? Nah. Pay attention, motherfuckers. Y'all settle down, settle in, motherfuckers. Telling y'all never gon' win. Every time I go in with a pad and a pen, motherfuckers. Apologies, y'all can't. Face mad, it's a prodigy, that's kind. Min sense is a part of me, that's I. Make sense when you step, better be kind. But then, I ain't in the game tryna make threats. I be in the game tryna get checks. More than that, there's much more to rap than getting money, little honeys in a honey stack. You poppin' rubber bands and I'm done with that. Or maybe it's because I ain't done it yet. Whatever the fact is, too many whack kids that follow whack average plastic rappers. Yeah. Gucci belt, Louis belt, Fendi fucking wallet. Drop the stupid topic, heard enough of all the nonsense. Blood was spilled on the rocks, mounted on your watches. It's revolution time, revolutionize your conscience. Hey look, hey look, hey look, hey look, hey look, hey look. Hey look, 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 hey look. My bro said he wanna hear me sell out, but I don't know if I could ever sell out. Might as well just go to jail, put me in a cell and just sell out. Who am I kidding? Yeah, I wanna get rich. Tired of the struggle trying to make my rent. It's the same old shit, it ain't different. Some dudes alright, singing life's a bitch. What the fuck is this? I'm at the bottom end. Hey, the alligator, I'm a hippopotamus. Stomping your shit into the lowest sediment. Cause you didn't make sense when you're moving them lips. Homie, get a new head when you need a new lid. People are thinking that's an opportunity to win. Taking it to another level with a little bass and treble. Knocking it out the park, I'm swinging from the fence. It's a trip. look. Hey, 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 look.